Hi, I wanted to come on here today and try and inspire any other horse riders like myself to help them lose weight if they're slightly overweight or even obese like I was. I was 5'2" and 12.5 stone here, and riding my horse, feeling pretty uncomfortable, knowing I was overweight. I was actually a few weeks pregnant and had a miscarriage shortly after this, and that was my catalyst to lose weight. But before that, I hated looking at photos of myself and wanted to do something about it. This is a photo of me less than 4 months later, after losing over 3 stone. I went down to 9 stone 3. And felt absolutely amazing for it. I never thought I'd be able to do it. I thought I needed to go on some sort of fad diet, that I needed to do milkshakes, or I needed to do Weight Watchers or Slimming World or something like that. I never really thought that I could do it myself and I could learn a really basic way of how to lose weight. The way I did it was through calorie counting, which I'll talk to you more about in a minute. But this is me in January 2022, and feeling absolutely fantastic, looking so much healthier, and my horse must be appreciating this. And it's just a prettier picture as well, because I really enjoy doing the dressage, and I even had a go at elementary dressage, which is something I would have never even tried doing at the weight I was before, because I always felt uncomfortable, couldn't fit in my dressage saddle properly, and I was just absolutely amazed how much more comfortable I felt. And I had so many compliments from people saying how smart we both looked and how did I do it. Well, this is me January 2022, 5 weeks pregnant. I managed to conceive really quickly after having my miscarriage, and I do believe that getting down to a healthier weight to start off with really helped. So what I did was I worked out what my BMI was. I just went onto the NHS website, found a BMI calculator and put in all my details. And these are the details that you put in: how much you weigh, your age, your gender, amongst other things. And it comes out with a number, and it tells you whether you're overweight, healthy weight, or obese. But mine came up with that I was obese, and I just had to accept that and move on. And sometimes you need to see things and hear things that are really hard to accept, but you do need to accept them. It said that I had a BMI of 32.2. But it also told me something really interesting, which was that I needed to be within a range of about 9 stone 10 pounds. And I never knew that before. I never knew what a healthy weight for my height was. So I was able to write that down and say, right, let's go for 9 stone 9. I then went on a BMR tracker, and that was able to tell me how many calories I needed a day in order to maintain my weight, in order to have weight loss, mild, or more significant or more extreme weight loss. So I was then able to say, right, using this tracker, where I had to put my age, my gender, my height, very much like before with the BMI tracker, I was able to know how many calories I needed to have a day. So on my fridge, I wrote down, I want to be between 9 stone 6 and 9 stone 9. To maintain my weight, I need 1,500 calories a day. To lose weight, I need to have 1,200 calories a day. And then I was able to split up a decent amount for breakfast, lunch and tea, because I was having 3 meals a day. So for the first time in my life, I then knew how many calories I needed to be putting in my mouth and what weight I should be at. I then decided that I would write down on a piece of paper what I'd like to eat for breakfast, lunch and tea. And I quickly found out that there's so many calories in things that you don't realise. And I was able to say, right, I'm going to have French toast for my breakfast. I'm going to use egg whites instead of the whole egg with the egg yolks, because the egg yolks are more higher in calories. I was able to write down all my ingredients for my breakfast, my lunch and my teas, and the weight just dropped off me. Honestly, absolutely dropped off me. I didn't have to buy into any faddy diets. There's calories written on absolutely everything that you buy from the supermarket, so it is just a case of writing things down and totting them up, and anyone can do that. Just use the calculator on your phone to work out how many calories you're having for breakfast, lunch and tea. Also, finding out that to take the egg yolk out of the egg and just use the whites would save me so many calories, and it tasted just as good that I could have omelettes that would really fill me up with a massive salad for lunch or for tea. I found some lovely low calorie like chocolate bars, skinny whip bars that were less than 100 calories. So I'd have one of those at lunchtime, or I'd have one of those after my evening meal. And it doesn't matter what time you eat any of your meals, as long as in 24 hours you're having that amount of calories that you've written down that you need for your weight loss. It's really, really simple. Try not to drink your calories. I worked out that my favourite muesli breakfast cereal in a massive bowl for breakfast was taking up about 800 calories. So I just moved to cornflakes and measured out my cereal. I just got some little scales, measured out my cereal, was more mindful of what I was having. I made sure I calorie counted fruit, but I didn't calorie count my vegetables. I allowed myself to have as much salad as I wanted with every meal. Really filled myself up on salad. I still had crisps. There's absolutely nothing wrong with having crisps. Just add them into your calories and try and find the lowest calorie crisps that you really enjoy. As you can see, I was having prawn salad wraps. I was having low-fat cottage pie from Tesco's, which I really, really enjoyed. It was only 237 calories. Turkey bacon, I found, was really low in calories, and I just put them inside a thin instead of thick bread. The point that I made earlier about try not to drink your calories, try not to have sugar in your tea and coffee, and fill up on things like milkshakes and fizzy drinks that aren't calorie free, because it's such a waste. You want to be really enjoying the food that you want to consume via mouth. Drinking plenty of water is so important as well, and it's calorie free. People always tell me, oh, I don't know how you're doing it, I haven't got the time to be healthy. But I was really loving writing down everything that I was eating, planning out the food that I was going to have the next day and adding up the calories and seeing whether I could squeeze in a little chocolate bar, or whether I could have a prawn salad wrap today, or whatever I fancied. I was just really starting to enjoy it and seeing food in a whole different light. And one thing I'd say to remember is this isn't forever. Losing weight at 1200 calories or whatever your calories may be isn't forever. Once you get to your goal weight, you can then stay at maintenance calories. So for me, mine went from 1200 calories to 1500 calories. And when I got to maintenance at the end of December or January, I had 300 calories to add in extra a day, and I was just gobsmacked with actually how hard it was to start adding more calories back in, which I find really exciting and really interesting. So it's not forever, but it's just knowing that you're going to have a number that you can stick to, that you roughly know. And when you start enjoying the foods that you've got perhaps written down, life becomes easy, because you're just picking the meals that you really enjoy, and you've already got the calories written down for them. And make sure you are picking meals that you really enjoy. Don't go and pick something that you're not enjoying. Find your favourite meal and create it in a way that's lower in calories. We still had takeaways when we were, me and my husband both did the diet together, and we still had takeaways, I just wrote that one off and I said I'm just going to be steady for breakfast, and I'm going to be steady at lunchtime, and I'm going to be steady for the next couple of days. But this is a lifetime change, and you've got to be able to enjoy yourself, and then you get back on track. You're only giving up when you've actually stopped. As long as you carry on going and you carry on being mindful, you'll be absolutely fine. And in terms of exercise, I really enjoyed exercising more, so that's what I did. You don't have to, as long as you stick to the amount of exercise that you've written down on your BMR tracker that says whether you're moderately active or not, or else there might be a slight change in your calories. But you could just drop your calories slightly just so that you can carry on losing weight. And then when you get to maintenance, it's a little bit of trial and error. Find out what exercise you really enjoy doing, what number of calories you want to have on a daily basis, and go from there. But just really enjoy yourself and really enjoy how you're looking and feeling more comfortable, and hopefully riding your horse more comfortably. The reason why I keep talking slightly in the past tense is because I got pregnant. And once I've got over my postpartum period, and I'd like to share that journey with you and use the tips and tricks that I've told you about today to get myself back on track and be a nice healthy mum. So I wish you all the best with losing weight and trying to get healthy and being the best person you can be.